Yo, what is going on, guys? It is your boy Pup coming back with week 5 of the YPA Ultra Sun Ultra Moon Draft League. If you guys did not check out last week, we faced against KJ. I would highly recommend go checking it out because I'm about to spoil it. So right now we're sitting at 2-2 plus 0, the absolute most even we could be, and we have to fight the number 1 team in the league, the Torterra Torts, with the absolute sickest logo you will ever see in draft. I'll put it on the screen here. This thing is incredible, and they're just killing it. They have a lot of incredible mons. They've been playing very, very well to have such a high differential, something like plus 19 through 4 games. I think that's crazy, even if it's like a little bit less than that. I mean, it's absolutely insane how you can just be so good, but I think we have an insane matchup into them. Excadrill goes wild. It's really nice to have Mold Breaker. It's nice to have the Terravolt on Kyurem as well. So I think we do have a real solid chance of beating them here. If you guys do enjoy this, though, I would recommend liking this video and subscribing so you guys won't miss the next couple weeks, because we're making a playoff push and I definitely have a team that can make the playoffs and go pretty far, I'm hoping. That's about it for me. Let's get right to the team builder. Let's get down with this team builder playing Torterra, who absolutely destroyed Bruno last week, literally sent them crying, packing out of the league, which I think is hilarious, but they're obviously very good. Pretty sure they're undefeated. And their team is really scary too, so we're going to have to bring some crazy stuff. They have Zygarde, which can Dragon Dance set up. Don't think it's going to be that big of an issue since I have Comfy, but still could be pretty bad. Rotom Wash is really solid, and then I think Mega Venusaur is very, very underrated. I think it's incredibly good because of its bulk, and I don't really have anything that can take that on very, very well. But, you know, we'll find a way. They also have a ton of other threats. Notably Togekiss, who can just flinch us to death, which I am very afraid of. But we'll get started with what I'm bringing. First of all, it's going to be Choice Banded Excadrill. They have a 1 immunity in that Togekiss, which gets blown back by Iron Head. So we can just click Choice Banded Earthquake versus their team and just get kills straight off the bat. I guess they have the Resistive Golisopod. I don't know if they end up bringing that mon, and if they do, I mean, they can bring it physically defensive. It is very physically defensive, but it's not going to want to switch into a couple, and we have an answer for Golisopod in the back. But just Earthquake Iron Head is important. Rapid Spin is there just in case we need to get rid of some late game rocks, and we have Toxic to maybe catch a switch as well. Alright, and next up we have the Vikavolt here. Vikavolt is calm, so very specially defensive this week, kind of opposite what I've been doing. This is my Magnezone answer. It's my Togekiss kind of check. Magnezone, I can destroy it with Mud Shot. Also hit the Bisharp pretty well. I can hit the Zygarde with Hidden Power Ice, Volt Switch for that Togekiss, and I can roost off the damage. But, you know, I can always just get flinched down. We'll see what happens there. If they're Nasty Plot, then I definitely don't do very well into them, but if they're not, I do have the potential to actually be a decent check into that Togekiss. Have a Naive Kyurem here. This mon is pretty solid. They don't switch in well. I mean, they might switch in well to, say, like an Ice Beam. You know, they might want to switch into Rotom Wash, but, you know, they take an Earth Power and they're kind of dead. So we have the substitute on this thing just so we don't have to predict. We have leftovers, so we have a good amount of longevity. Fusion Bolt is on there so we can destroy that Starmie. It can also hit the Togekiss pretty hard. It's just a pretty solid move in the matchup. It's also there for Golisopod. Whereas Earth Power, you know, obviously there for the Rotom. We have Terravolt, so it goes past their Levitate. It's going to hit that Bisharp, it's going to hit that Magnezone, and then Ice Beam is just a very, very solid stab. We've got a Choice Specs Timid Porygon Z with Adaptability. This mon is crazy. They don't have any switch-ins to this. They don't have a Ghost type on their team, and they have 2 Steel types, but none of them want to take multiple Tri-Attacks or Hyper Beams. I think Hyper Beam might be a kill on every single member of their team, besides Assault Vest mons, or like a Max Spadef, I guess. It just destroys them. We have Trick on this thing as well, just in case we want to cripple one of their walls. But it is a little bit scary because I think that I don't really want to be tricking Choice Specs onto their like Magnezone that might want to switch in on me. But we also have Hidden Power Ground, which should take care of that Magnezone pretty decently. I feel like an Assault Vest set could come on that thing, so that's why I'm a little bit more worried. Next up, we have our physically defensive Volcanion here. Defog, just because I really don't want my rocks up. We have Steam Eruption, Flamethrower, and Protect with the leftovers. You know, this is just a solid mon versus their team. Takes some hits from like Golisopod. The Golisopod can't really touch us, actually. It also eats hits from the Bisharp, from the Tauros, from the Malamar. From the Malamar, sort of. Obviously, they're going to get their contrary superpower boosts, which is scary, but if we burn them with Steam Eruption, it shouldn't be the end of the world. That's what this thing is here for. It can also help with, say, the Venusaur. If we get a burn on that thing, it's really nice. Burn on the Zygarde is great, and it can also do a decent amount of damage into Starmie, even though they're going to want to Thunderbolt me. It's actually not too bad because this mon isn't that important. And last up, we have a Calm Mind substitute Comfy. I ran this set because, I mean, it's just super strong. If we get a couple Calm Minds up, we're pretty much unkillable versus their team. They can try to Leech Seed me or, you know, put me to sleep or poison me with the Venusaur, and that's why we have substitute. Hidden Power Ground on this thing for their double steals. It also hits that Nidoqueen, which is very nice. And then everything else does not appreciate the Draining Kiss. Like I said, Golisopod is a little bit annoying for this Pokemon just because it has a monstrous attack stat and it doesn't take very much from Draining Kiss. But that's why we have Volcanion. Even though it's not very useful in the overall matchup, it's actually pretty useful into the Golisopod matchup, which I could definitely see coming. But we definitely just get some Calm Minds up with this thing, and it's our super duper win con. Besides that, we just hit like trucks with our Choice Specs and Choice Banded Pokemon. That's the game plan. If you guys do enjoy, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. See you guys in the battle. All right, we're connected here with Torterad, and they brought the Golisopod. Yeah, I did expect that to come. Malamar is also really scary. It's a Pokemon that I've used in the past. It's actually like, I don't know, top 5 MVP Pokemon for me, which is kind of crazy. But Excadrill does go crazy here, and they probably noticed that. I mean, they have 3 weaknesses to Earthquake, and 1 resist being the Golisopod. I love to see no Mega Venusaur though, and I love to see no Togekiss. That actually makes me super happy, just seeing that. But I could see Golisopod leading just because they don't want to get a bad lead into Drill, because it's so unbelievably good into them. And if that's the case, Volcanion's actually a solid lead. It actually does decent into most things, but I could see them going Rotom Wash. I do want to scout for Scarf on that thing. I think Porygon Z could be a great lead here. I do think it could, just to get some breakage done. Alright, Golisopod, first impression does a ton of damage to me, but it's definitely not killing. Yeah, I think we're going to start off with Porygon Z, and we're just going to throw off, you know, a Tri-Attack, which has a chance to kill like a max HP Golisopod. I think it might be just outside of range. Yeah, it's just outside of range, but emergency exit anyways. They'll probably first impression, but getting that chip would be insane. Also, something that I hate. So, Mental Mark, commissioner of this league, gave us all save files that we can use. Also, I hope they got all their Pokemon in. Yeah, they did. But gave us all save files. Everyone just keeps their name as a YPA league. Like, come on, man. Just, you can change your name. You're not that lazy to do it. Nah, I'm just kidding. Not a big deal. All right, let's see what it's going to be. It's going to be the Magnezone. All right. All right, Magnezone. Obviously, HP Ground is destroying this thing. All right. If they're a Scarf set, I guess they could Volt Switch out. We could just click Hyper Beam and claim a kill turn 1. Huh. I don't know. This thing... I don't know. I kind of just want to click HP Ground, outspeed this one, and kill it. If they're Assault Vested or something, it would even kill. Alright, let's go for it. Let's see what they're going to do here. Maybe trying to catch my Excadrill, but that would only make sense if they're Scarf. So maybe I should have just thrown off the Hyper Beam. If they're Assault Vest, though, that's a very poor play. We'll see what they want to do. This Mon hits them incredibly hard. As they do just stay in. I think this thing is dead. Oh, they're sturdy. Yep, obvious. That makes sense. I get flash cannoned. Okay. Flash cannon. Oh my goodness. 207. That's modest. Yep, modest flash cannon. Makes sense. I could see them just letting this thing go down. So I don't mind hidden powering again. What could they switch into? Galissapod is an issue, but we have a switch in Volcanion. I'm just going to go for it. If they switch out, they're taking this choice specs. Custap Berry. All right. That's good prep. That is great prep right there. If I'm being honest, I did not think Custap was illegal in this gen, but I guess it is. Now we have pretty much our choice. You just have to outrun a modest Magnezone. So I'm thinking this could be Kyurem. Yeah, I should outspeed them no matter what. And I can get them with... I don't know, I'm thinking I go for Ice Beam here. I could also Fusion Bolt though, which is not bad. I don't think I'm gonna sub. Versus their team, what do I go for? I think I'm just gonna go for Ice Beam. If they switch into like Galissapod, that would be a good play, but they just let it go down. That's fine. Porygon was our premier breaker there, which is unfortunate. Should have scouted. Went Vikavolt. Because, you know, Vikavolt is here for that Magnezone. Yeah, that's just a bad play by me. Not going to Vikavolt. Who would have, you know, eaten up an HP Fire from that thing. That's okay. And we had Mud Shot on that thing too. Not playing my best game right now. We'll see what they bring in here. I mean, it can't really be Rotom Wash, because that takes a ton to Earth Power. Also, looking at their team, thinking about the Z Captains, that I don't think was Z Captain. I think they would have pushed their Z on me if they had it. So it's probably got to be the Malamar. Yeah, that makes sense. Man, I really didn't think also that Nidoqueen would come to this game, but it's here. Potentially for Comfy, which makes a lot of sense, but I really did not think that it was going to come. I thought I had a couple of really good answers into it. But they're taking their sweet time picking out what to come out here. They go Wash. This is the Rotom. Alright. I mean, I can just go for Earth Power here. I can also switch out and you know, kind of bluff a choice item. I don't hate going Vikavolt here. Hydro does a little bit to us, but we're specially defensive. We can take this on. Would we want it for Nidoqueen, though? We might potentially want it for Nidoqueen. We're getting 2-hit KO'd, though. So I don't think we actually need it for Nidoqueen. I think we just go Vikavolt, and we're going to get a slow Volt off. We're kind of bluffing that we're choiced. I know we could have Earth Powered them there. As they Foul Play, okay. Foul Play Rotom. That doesn't do anything. It's like 41 or something. Let's see. Alright. I think we can just get a free Volt Switch off here. We could also Hidden Power, predicting one of their 2 ground types to come in here. But if they come in... I don't know. If the Nidoqueen comes in here, it's a little bit of an issue. Unless we HP Ice it. It still is an issue. But they'd let me get back a lot of my health. I think we're just going to click Volt. They're going to Volt. 331 to 297. Okay. What's that, 35? Yeah, that's not offensive. No special attack investment. I'm assuming they have some speed on this thing, but I'm not quite sure. They're gonna bring out the Nidoqueen. I should have just clicked HP Ice. I really should have. Alright. This thing is a big threat. We don't have the best answers to this. And I think we're just gonna Hidden Power here. We're gonna do a decent chunk. As they're just gonna set up rocks. Okay. Rocks on my side, they're annoying. They're not the end of the world. It's nice to get a big hit off on this thing. Yeah, I mean, that seems about expected. Getting a lot of health back, which I like. We're just gonna go for another Hidden Power. So we're gonna withdraw. Alright. As they go back out into the Rotom. It's fine, we're gonna get a little bit of chip on this thing. Yeah, it does absolutely nothing. Don't see leftovers. And we know it's not Scarf. I'm just gonna click a Volt Switch again. Get a slow Volt. Pretty interesting mon to come out, if I'm not gonna lie. So they're just gonna Hydro. It did, what, 111? Yeah, that's just bulky. And at this point, I think we can just go Drill. Alright, we're outrunning this Rotom Wash. And Earthquake definitely kills. We're just gonna bring him out. Bring out the nuke here. They have 0 switch-ins. Or Mold Breaker. And we just get a free Earthquake. They're going Golisopod here. If they don't, it's a little bit crazy. I guess maybe it's not that crazy. If they want to preserve health on that, they might want to sack something else off. Namely Nidoqueen, I guess. Or they could just predict me to spin. Not sure if they would expect me to be Choice Band Earthquake. But it does very, very well into their team. Yeah, and what's faster than me? Is it Zygarde? I think Zygarde is the one mon that's faster on this team. Yeah. They do have probably Aqua Jet, which does a lot to me. I would be a little bit worried. I can't stay in on a second Earthquake, although it would bring them down into emergency exit. If they're just Citrus Berry and we lose this mon, then we lose the game. So I'm gonna have to switch out into Volcanion, but we're getting some good chip on it. 30% if they're max HP. So they do withdraw. Green Arrow. They go straight to Zygarde. Alright. I mean, this is going to do 60 to 70 to no HP. Ooh, they are max HP. Wow, max HP on that thing. That means they have to have, like, 0 speed. Man, that's actually, like, max Fizz Def to not take that much. Yeah, they have 0 investment, I think. Wow. Yeah, that's 0 investment. Definitely catching me off guard with that. I do like the aggressive Kyurem switch here. I don't think they're going to click Dragon Tail. If we go Kyurem, I mean, we can get a really nice Ice Beam off versus them. And we should be able to live no matter what. A sub would be very annoying. I don't think they would have it on this set, though. 1 second. Hope that didn't show. Make this aggressive switch. Get that Terravolt as they glare. Ah. Glare, man. That is so bad. I'm assuming they might want to be like Coil or something. Outrage versus me. I'm at 332. We actually live. Yeah, we do live. That was a good glare there. I really want Earth Power on Rotom. Even if not, getting chip on this thing is really nice. We're gonna Earth Power. They do withdraw. Come on, show me Rotom. Show me Rotom. Yep, washed. Please, please, please do not. Please do not do it. Yes. All right, this thing's dead, isn't it? Bro, they're assault vested. They're assault vest Rotom. Okay. I really thought I did something there just to show that they're assault vested. Wow. That did 0. Oh my goodness. Can I just sub up on them? I think I might be able to. Let's get a sub up. They're gonna Volt, yeah. This is a free sub if we don't get parried. What is it gonna be here? Golisopod, I'm assuming? I mean, that's not gonna want to take this Fusion Bolt. Which we very well could have clicked into that Rotom. Maybe Malamar comes out here? Cutie Pie. No, it is the Golisopod. Oh, that is so tough. That is really tough. We do outspeed most versions of this, though. So I'm clicking Fusion Bolt. They're gonna First Impression. It's gonna do a lot. All right. What were we, like 232 to 151? All right, they do have the berry. Or what were we, 330 something? I don't even remember, man. But now they don't have a switch in. I think Fusion Bolt's a perfectly fine play here. I could also Ice Beam or Earth Power. I actually somewhat like the Ice Beam play. Because if they're Leech Life, I think I live. 176? I always live. You know, I'm going to Fusion Bolt. They are going to withdraw. I should have just Ice Beam, man. Dang it. We got to Nidoqueen. That's okay. It gives me free Earthquake. Sorry, I bumped my mic. Nidoqueen most likely just knocks us out here. Let's see. If they have any speed investment at all, they're outrunning us no matter what. And Earth Power should kill this thing, so I'm just gonna go for it. Sack off my Kyurem as they reveal Sludge Wave. That should knock me out. We live on 14. They weren't Life Orb. Or they're just not Modest Max Attack. I could save this thing as a sack. Do I want to do that? I mean, I feel like there's no reason for them to click something crazy. We're just gonna let it go down. Yeah, Earth Power. So I couldn't bring out, like, my Excadrill that 6-0s them. Alright, do I go Drill here now? Or is it Comfy time? Because with Drill, I could knock this thing out and get rid of hazards, which would be great. But I can also just Earthquake. And if I bring in Comfy and knock them out, they have no switch in, or they have no like real way to take that thing out. But I think I just go Drill. They should sack this thing 100%. Rotom's at 50. Yeah, we just Earthquake. Come on, throw and go Gillespie. That would be huge for me. I think it's gonna have to be Comfy in this endgame. They're very, very bulky Zygardes. They're not gonna do very much. They're either Coil or Dragon Ants on that set. I'm like, I guarantee it. Have to have some sort of setup. The Malamar is scary in the back as well. Especially if that thing is scarfed. Malamar to this Earthquake takes 80%. But if they're like an Adamant variant, they're gonna knock me out with Superpower. Dang. If they're Jolly though, alright, they do sack the Queen. If they're Jolly, then Superpower doesn't actually kill me. And just interesting mind games here. Maybe the Zygarde comes out here. Would make a lot of sense. I think 1,000 Arrows is pretty free. Can't believe they glared. That was a good play. I'm just trying to cripple me. I mean, it's good against my team. I do have sub Comfy though. So set up a sub in front of them. They have no speed investment. Squid Game, it's a Malamar. Alright. If this thing is Jolly, and we are at 343, we're at 94%. It's actually less than a 50% chance to kill me if they're max attack Jolly. So I could hit them super hard. I also could just go out into a physically defensive Mon. But this is a huge threat. So it might be worth just getting damage off and trying to clean with Comfy. But they have 0 switch-ins. Superpower does nothing. Even twice. Twice it does potentially 50%. We get a Steam Eruption off. Alright, let's gauge this damage here. We are at 273. They do Superpower. Superpower brought me down to 194. It's 79 damage. That's Adamant. That is... No, it's not. It's some boosting. Something weird. Some weird set. Some boosting item. So... I mean, it's definitely a little bit stronger than Jolly. We're just gonna throw off a Steam Eruption at this guy. Could also have clicked Defog. I don't think it's that important to save the health. We're just gonna Steam Eruption. If they want to go Rotom, so be it. Comfy is so good in this endgame. So Rotom's moves: Hydro Pump, Foul Play, Volt Switch. Do I think they have Discharge on that AV set? Potentially. I just don't want to risk getting parried with Comfy. But can Comfy come in on that Rotom Wash? Hydro Pump will be breaking my sub before Calm Mind. Unfortunately. A Volt Switch probably will as well. It's a roll. They're taking their sweet time with this one. Match time is just dwindling down here. Alright, they're gonna withdraw. This is probably Rotom then. Yep. It is the Rotom. We're gonna do 0 damage to this. Alright. And no investment. I think we always live Volt Switch here. Yeah, we do. So it's really about what I want to do here. Do I want to defog, get rid of the hazards? I could also go Vikavolt. I'm gonna protect here. You know, get a little bit more lefties. See what they want to do. You know, because it's the mind games of, do I want to switch out to Drill on this Volt switch? And no matter what, I'm not switching in Drill. And I know that, but they do not know that. Because if I did get a free switch into Drill there on a Volt switch, then I get a free kill. Because no one on their team actually takes it. So I suppose another play could be going like back out to Golisopod. But I just like the protect here. They do double. Okay, okay, okay. I did call that. Well, not the Zygarde, but, you know. Interesting, interesting. Alright, so they're max defensive. Steam Eruption's doing a ton to them. 1,000 arrows does not too much to me. I'm just gonna fire off Steam Eruption. Yeah, I mean, this was a great play by them. I think it made a lot of sense. I should just click Steam Eruption there and punish them. Because I knew we weren't gonna die. I just got a little bit greedy with the Protect. Even Defog would have been much better there. But I'm worried about this being like a Glare Coil Rest set. Potentially, that would be beaten by Comfy. But very potential. I just like to get a lot of chip damage on this thing. If we get a Steam Eruption burn here, then I think they're going to have to rest the next turn. So they do just Glare, and they hit. I feel like that move is inaccurate. Do get a Steam Eruption off. Alright, let's see. Yeah, that's an Excadrill range. Huge burn there. There's the potential for this to be rest. And I feel like I have to go Comfy. I really do. 1,000 arrows does 30 to 36% to me. But we can get all of that back in one Draining Kiss. I think I'm going to make this aggressive play. If they Glare here, it's an amazing play by them. Do not do it. No, they 1,000 arrows. Okay. That did nothing. That did absolutely zero. Okay. If they're no speed, we're outrunning them. We have a little bit of investment on this thing. I think I want to risk the sub in their face. If we get glared, this could be a horrible misplay, but if not, then I think we just win. I do think that they sack this to Glare, or they switch out. I don't think they click 1,000 arrows here. But we're in a game where we can win this with Comfy right here. Made the aggressive switch. Didn't work out earlier. They punished the aggressive switch. Felt like this time they might not try to punish it. Because I think they're going for Glare here. Great. Great, great, great. Awesome. That is amazing. And we're going to get one Calm Mind up here. We are faster. That's incredible. Alright, Calm Mind. Unfortunately, we don't hit the Golisopod very hard. So they're going to withdraw on a Calm Mind. So we have a free sub and a Calm Mind up. Against Rotom Wash. Oh, wait a minute. Rotom Wash? What is this thing doing? A Hydro Pump potentially breaks sub. But I think we just Calm Mind one more time. Draining Kiss doesn't kill this thing. We're going to Calm Mind up again. We show to be faster. That's huge. Now we're +2/+2. And now Hydro Pump should not break sub. Hydro Pump, they do hit. This should not break sub. Let's go. All right. Did not break sub. I'm going to go for +3 here. It's a little bit greedy, but it also just makes sense. They could also miss Hydro Pump here, which would be great. They discharge. So yeah, they show discharge to the last move. Scary, scary. And it's going to fade. We're outrunning them though, so I can just set up another one. Do not misclick. Okay, we sub. I think it's pretty much over here. Unless they like ultra crit me a million times. They volt switch out. Yeah, that should have done about 10% to my sub, 10 to 11. We're +3. Malamar definitely dies. No, it actually doesn't. Malamar actually lives this, which is the craziest thing. But I don't think they can hit me with anything. All right, let me go look at Malamar's showdown decks. I'm actually really curious. YPA. Yeah, I think it's over. Malamar. What does this thing get? It's got Toxic. And like Hidden Power. But yeah, it can't really beat me, I don't think. It might have Destiny Bond on the set, which is a little bit scary, but we can play around it always. Especially since we have priority, like, don't have to worry. I think we're good. They do go out to the Squid Game. Alright. I mean, I'm definitely 2 at KOing. I think I'm just gonna go for it. I might one-shot depending on their spread if they're just like no investment. Yep, we do. Okay, Malamar's gone. This game's over. Good game. Good game. Full HP with a sub in my face. This is huge. Huge for me, man. Draining Kiss does 50% to Golisopod, brings it into emergency exit range. They can first impression all they want. We're just gonna click Draining Kiss. Yes, sir. I don't even know if... I think we're out prioritizing first impression, actually. Pretty sure triage is +3. I could be wrong, though. I don't know. If I am, they didn't go for it. They're about to get emergency exited out. Bye-bye, Mr. Golisopod. Show me the next victim of Comfy. Man, this Mon is just going crazy in this league. It does not need Terra. It does not need anything. All it needs is a good set and a good coach and a good opportunity. And we made that aggressive switch. We were in a good spot because Excadrill is crazy into them. But I feel like, you know, just going for it on Comfy there, it made a lot of sense looking at what I saw from them before, that they were very, very bulky. They had max defense to be able to take so little from Choice Banded Excadrill, which means they had no speed. We were going to outrun them, put up our sub on their glare, and the rest was history, man. Now, obviously, without that burn, we wouldn't have been able to set up so much, but we definitely would have been able to beat it 1v1. We would have ended up, you know, potentially not even getting one Calm Mind up, but there's nothing on their team that really threatens me at that point anyways. And even if it does, we break them to the point that Excadrill just wins. So we're just going to throw off this Draining Kiss here. And yeah, it's done. Very drawn out ending to a long match. This is a over 30-minute match, just looking at the match time. And I mean, it's felt like it, man. Wow. Very happy for this, though. Excadrill put in the work that it needed to, you know, force the prep out of them and, you know, force them to make some of the plays that they did. They caught me on the aggressive switch to the Kyurem, which was a very, very good play by them. I'm not going to lie, but I'm just glad that I had the balls to make another one after missing so many reads where I'm saying like, yeah, I should Ice Beam here. They're going to go Nidoqueen. You know, I should do this. They're going to switch out to this. And I make the plays that paid off. It's actually going to live. Is our sub even going to break here? It does. How about I just BM sub in their face? Calm Mind up to +6. Nah, I'm not going to do that. I would not do it. Especially, I respect them after them beating Bruno the way they did last week. That was a great video. But if you guys haven't already, check out my opponent. I'll leave their link in the description along with the links to every other coach in the YPA. That's a huge win for us. We really needed that one to move to 3-2. Huge differential booster as well. Good game, man. If you guys did enjoy, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.